Hello, my peeps. I hope you're well. These are strange times. There's I think a Chinese proverb, may you live in interesting times. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they'll be, but they'll be interesting. They'll get our attention. But I think it's really important to keep turning the attention back toward the spiritual, toward the internal. It doesn't mean a lack of engagement with the world. It just means you're sort of anchored. Because I think we could easily get thrown off our path. I wanted to say, and speaking of thrown off the path, first off, I'd like to ask people to remember to subscribe. Somebody suggested that because I always do it at the end, and I don't think everybody watches till the end. So if you like the channel, if you watch it regularly, please subscribe. It's free. It involves, you can do this too, but there's a subscribe button. You just hit the button. You'll get a bunch of bells that you can choose when or if you want to be notified. And then you can unsubscribe if you decide it's sucky and you don't like it. If you want to join, that's another button, and that costs a little bit of money per month. And members, shout out to you. So yeah, and the other thing is I've gotten a lot of requests over the years, over the 2 years I've been doing this, to do sign-specific readings. And I keep trying to accommodate that. And I don't think it's for me. There's so many readers who do that. This is a unique channel in a certain way. And it's not about where's the tall, dark stranger who will love me. There may be a tall, dark stranger who will love us. I don't know, but that's not the focus. It's really more on growing our intuition, on growing, and where that leads us. And I think it takes great courage to pursue the path. So if you want sign-specific readings, which when I'm looking for readers, I often go for the sign. But more if I'm caught by the title, and I respect readers who don't read for signs, because I think I think to focus too much on sun signs is just a mistake, and I've said that again and again, and then I try to do it, and it just feels phony. Feels like I'm Cinderella trying to stuff my foot into the slipper that doesn't fit, or whatever. You gotta find the shoe that fits. If the shoe fits, wear it, so there we go. I'd written down fault line. We talked about fissures yesterday, and I think it's sort of, I can't remember when, but fissures came up in a big way. There's something about a fault line. When the shakeup happens, things break along a fault line. It's tectonic plates shifting, it's big. There's a fault line. Knight of Swords. Can be a truth coming in about a new beginning. It looks to me like somebody's sort of announcing this is possible, this opportunity for the seed to grow. Something substantial and real. You know, air energy, Knight of Swords is going to talk about it, but this is an actual real life potential. And the hands are like this. You know, almost in a, is it called a mudra? It's a position of the hands for meditation. Two of Cups. Tall, dark stranger. You know, you can set out with the best of intentions and it comes back, you know, the cards speak for themselves. It looks like somebody is coming in and saying there's an opportunity for a new beginning in some sort of Two of Cups relationship. And that Ace of Pentacles implies a history. Not necessarily with the same person, but an opportunity to connect. Tell us about this Knight of Swords, please. Bottom of the deck, Page of Cups. It might also be an apology, because here we have in the frame, the swans, which mate for life. And he appears to be reaching inside he, she, they. Yeah. There's something weird about that, reaching inside. It's sort of like nothing up my sleeve. Under Knight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. I think it's trust. You know, time has brought you to this point. It's a kind of portal point. You've done a lot of work to get here, to this place. Trust that that's brought you, you know, everything you've invested in has actually brought you to this new beginning. Queen of Pentacles. You've done a lot of work. In 3D. And it's all about growth and fertility. That little bunny down there, this is sort of an Empress energy. You know, I hold this potential inside myself. Aces can speak to the self. So it's an opportunity from the universe to plant the seed somehow. There's already been a lot of growth that's brought you to this point of abundance and steadfastness. Two of Cups, Page of Cups underneath. Yeah, I don't quite get that, but let's see. Okay, on Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. Another ace. I think this is a card of work and sometimes craftsmanship. Sometimes when your life is your art. Pentacles energy. You know, you've been crafting a life that makes sense to you from some viable seed. You're all about growth, Queen of Pentacles. This is an opportunity to begin passionately from a new place. Okay, this Page of Cups that I don't quite get was strength. Card of Leo, card of overcoming obstacles. It's also a card of synthesis and compassion. And see the hands again. One up, one down. Again, this kind of meditative work or planting the seed of something real and then discovering it through going inside, having the courage to look inside, okay, what is this message? Knight of Swords, somebody delivering, like having something to say. Oh boy, Queen of Swords. This is something honest about what somebody can do and can't do, or what somebody can offer and can't offer. Because Queen of Swords would weigh up the possibility of this. Ace of Pentacles. She can set a boundary. He, she, they. On Two of Cups. Three of Wands. Well, it's kind of deferred. That's a card of the future, of being able to see the, what's coming in. What's coming into the harbor. Something that will come within reach. A viable seed. On Queen of Pentacles, what was the unviable seed? I mean, that's sort of asked backwards, but can we ask that? Okay, the unviable seed. Four of Wands. Well, that can be a card of the meeting place, of union, of reunion. Maybe there was a false start. Something could have grown, but it was deferred. This Two of Cups connection was deferred, maybe for a year. Pentacles can speak to a year. So something couldn't be grown now. In that same fire energy, we have this courage to hold still, to meditate, to be inspired, to be... I think that there's some refocusing on your own life and your own creativity. One, speak to creativity. What I'm inspired to work on that's gotten me to this point. I think Queen of Pentacles was capable of this, but for some reason the timing wasn't right, Pentacles. Tell us about the Ace of Pentacles, please. Well, yeah, Seven of Swords. Not a viable seed. Somehow based on a deception or a lie, something that appeared solid, like a solid offer. And I think going forward in the future, there's no more deception or, lies around what's viable, what connections can grow. there may be this is sort of weird, there may be a message coming in from an air sign. That's a lie, saying, let's begin, we can do this, let's build it. This person may be speaking too soon, or may have misrepresented something about the connection that got deferred. You know, they kicked the can down the road and said, in the future, Three of Wands, I can do this. But they weren't ready. It wasn't viable. Something in their life, Pentacles energy, kind of put the kibosh to there was something in this offer that wasn't true. And Queen of Swords usually speaks the truth and knows the truth. So somebody may be fessing up, perhaps an air sign, that this was a false start. They lied about the opportunity for growth in this relationship. And maybe it could happen in the future, who knows? Queen of Swords wants questions answered, wants the truth about something. So what's the truth? Is it here? Seven of Pentacles. You know, that's assessing what your time and energy have earned you, Queen of Pentacles. You've invested a lot in the vision of this reunion, of a kind of, in equal measure, both parties traveling to the same spot. And it looks like you were ready and willing. You could see it, you could envision it. Tell us about Seven of Pentacles, the long time investment. And there's something about, there are 3 above ground and 4 underground. Perhaps somebody was waiting for the cooperative energy to come in, to come to the surface. Waiting for growth, waiting for a sign, waiting for something that indicated, yes, this is viable, this can grow. You've done the work. Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. I think you were waiting on something you believed in, and the other person may have talked the talk, Sword energy. And there was some kind of promise to actually do it, to nurture this relationship. And I don't know if they were deceiving themselves. Okay, 7 and 7 is 14, is temperance, is balance, is sort of letting in the light. It's a fire sign, like strength. Doing something by your own light. And maybe you'll go on to establish this kind of accord with maybe more than one person, because there are 4 wands here. There's a progression, you know, kicking the can down the road. And landing. Tell us about the lie, please. 9 of Pentacles, all this earth energy. This is in your energy, Queen of Pentacles. And it means you're good on your own. You know, you're not going to believe sword energy in the lie. You're good on your own, as Queen of Pentacles is. It's a card of being single, self-sufficient, whole. You've done the work. I think you're, it may be artistic work, it may be body work, because Pentacles speak to corporate, you know, embodied energy. That's what you want to invest in now, is your own growth. I don't think you can work with lies. And you may have developed this kind of filter. Ten of Pentacles. Boy, there's a lot of abundance here for this Queen of Pentacles. And here are the two, the stag and the doe. You know, it's kind of a combined life partner energy that you're ready for. It's like ready and waiting for that kind of a life. I think somebody misrepresented themselves. And they may have really felt a connection to you. That wasn't a lie, but they thought they could defer it and kind of endlessly kick the can down the road and keep you waiting. And you waited a long time. And this person, perhaps an air sign, may be finally announcing, I lied about the possibility of a new beginning. This might be something I can't do for perhaps a year. Or I lied for a year about that we had a chance at this kind of future. I don't know. This could really go either way, but again, I'm going to ask about the lie. What was the lie? Emperor. Eight of Swords. Five of Cups. I think Divine Masculine was trapped. And these aren't really great cards. Eight of Swords, trapped in some kind of mindset. And they may have been right. They may have suddenly realized, I can't do this. And it makes me sad, because I love this person. I've got other things to do that are, I'm running some kind of And I was hearing running some kind of scam. Emperors don't run scams. But this, I think the emperor got caught up in his own lies. They have deep regret. They're in a kind of mourning because they're trapped and they know it. They think they're trapped. If you think you're trapped, it becomes your reality. I think they bought into some kind of false belief. And I think the false belief was that they could take a Two of Cups relationship and not tell the truth about it. They thought they could still somehow move forward. Eight of Swords. They could get out of the cage of their own unhappiness and the missed opportunity. I mean, they really missed an opportunity, I think, at their Two of Cups. See, the two here are spilled. In traditional Rider-Waite, the two are upright. But I think it's significant that here it's really about missing the opportunity and feeling sad about it. Like they wish they could get out of this cage and offer something real, some viable seed. They have a vision of it, Three of Wands, being able to manifest it in the future. Okay, what's to become of these two? Because it looks like Queen of Pentacles, you're solid. You're good on your own. You're capable of life partnership with somebody. You thought, I think there was a degree of self-deception on your part too, that this was viable. There was an opportunity for it to grow. You were made to think that this person could get out of the trap and come forward. And they may have tried, but I think they were caught up with a bunch of other responsibilities. So they let this slide. And they regret it. But I think you're good on your own. You're moving, because this is where you're headed. This is what you're capable of. I think you're capable of happiness. You can kind of rise to the occasion. You're transparent. What you see is what you get. And this other person is like, I'm not sure they have great intentions. I think there was a lot of passion here, but not follow through. And I think you've come into an energy of action taker. I don't hide. I'm already here energetically. I'm sorry, perhaps that you can't join me there. But I'm strong enough, Strength card, to see this is not compatible. Because usually strength is, two people in a relationship that's compassionate And I think this is an apology maybe coming too little too late. This divine masculine is full of regret. But this is where you're headed. Perhaps with somebody else who can meet you halfway. Who's also done the work. There's an opportunity for this. It's creative, it's inspired. One more, please, on the happiness. I mean, you're headed toward happiness in a life partnership, working with other people. What's happening with the Seven of Swords, Queen of Swords person? Page of Swords. Well, they're getting somehow demoted from Queen of Swords to Page of Swords. They have got a lot to learn. Is a card of this student. You know, the fault line. These two paths diverge. They've got to figure out which way to go. They don't know how to get to their own happiness. This could be a same-sex couple. This could be a friend who's sort of lecturing you. You have a lot to learn. Or this could be a response to their self-deception. You have a lot to learn about what it means to be happy. You're always kicking the can down the road. Is it this? Is it this? Is it on the split? It's on the split. Knight of Cups. And low battery. Somebody's running out of gas. But I think, yeah, it's Seven of Wands. There's a, they want to protect their heart. They want to come in with an apology. They want to acknowledge this Two of Cups relationship, but I don't think they're going to. I think they're caught up in with other responsibilities. They may be already in another relationship. You know, they're divine masculine to somebody else, and they regret it that it's not you and that they can't talk about it. I don't think you're ever going to get a resolution from this person because you're moving on to a new place. You're discovering a new path. Page of Swords. This two paths diverge. There's a fault line. You're in Four of Wands mode. They're in Seven of Wands mode. They have more growing to do. They're not wrong. I think maybe you dodged a bullet. But you're walking a kind of path of connection, this kind of path. Full energy, the beginning of the journey of self-discovery. This is also a card of the self. a different path. Walking away from something that perhaps used to be fulfilling, but isn't anymore. You know, there's a whole new world ahead. And I think we had 3 sevens, 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands. I thought there was a third. Well, they're saying it doesn't matter. Yeah, 7 of Swords. Doesn't matter. A lie. You're moving on to a whole new chapter because you've done the Capricornian work of identifying what held you back. And I think what held you back was this false promise. The lie about the new beginning. I don't think you're going to wait. Your focus is on healing. There's a 4 of Swords here. I think you're withdrawing from this situation because you have a life to live. You have, you know, discoveries to make. You're all about freedom and taking the leap into your own life. And it entails walking away. Which makes me kind of sad. And it does. It makes them kind of sad too. You've got a whole new beginning. You know, in Pentacles energy, Capricorn energy. You may be a Capricorn, Queen of Pentacles. You work hard on getting free of perhaps toxic things that have held you back, or unequal things, or, you know, somebody else's fear, or somebody else's lies. We have on the board Capricorn, Aries, Leo. Aries again in Emperor. I think this divine masculine will be okay, but they have to, they have to get their own mojo going and create a new beginning for themselves. Ace of Pentacles. Because right now they're defensive. You know, they're guarding what they have. You're really willing to take the risk to begin the path. They're balking. They're not ready. And that's okay. Because you're okay. Go through the portal. We just moved out of Capricorn into Aquarius, and there may be something in that. You've already passed through. You're on your way to healing and a real connection. And I don't want to end, and I think you don't want to end either, but I think it's over. Something you invested a lot of time in. Not time wasted, because you spent it growing. Yeah, do this, do that. We need more people on board. Big ferry boat, let's go. I'll see you next time.